When I made my last video, I said that I had run out of time, which is still true, but the day after it came out, I got this message. Of course, when I first saw this, I thought, come off it, I wanted to focus on uni! But of course, I was not going to let this opportunity slip away, so after a quick investigation into figuring out if this really was the real Proxim, I made time with him so that I could interview him. At this moment, I had no idea which direction this was going to take. Was this going to be revealed to be a part of the lore of Matchbox? Or will it be revealed that this was a fan ARG all along? You could probably guess what my first question was.
Yeah. So the entire Dylan Ryde channel is under my control. It was originally made to be just like a fun little thing for my friends. I just thought one day it'd be fun to do an ARG inside an ARG and put my friends in it. And then I didn't realize until later it blew up and then it became this whole thing. I was like, oh, it just blew up. It wasn't meant to. But it's not linked to Wi-Fi's at all. It's a fan project.
Right. You mentioned how you were ending it soon. I guess you sort of covered it a little bit. I think I can sort of understand what the reasoning is, but could you please explain the reasoning a little bit?
I just haven't really got anything more to say on the Dylan Ryde channel. I've done all really, like I said, my main goal was to scare my friends a little, and I've done that. I'm also not in talks with a couple of them. I won't really disclose names, but we've had a falling out, so I'm not really talking to a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
So I've really seen no reason to continue something that I've already told.
So, yes, Dylan Ryde is a fan ARG of the Matchbox series. It is not official lore to the mysteries. It also explains why there were quite a few plot holes in the mysteries, because it couldn't be finished without the main actors. This also does mean that Mustard Spark theorists can also have some hope now, since the Venus winning segment is not canon anymore. Although, I still believe it's Venus, due to people not being able to debunk the point I made in my first video. Some comments have pointed out small possibilities where Mustard could still be the Spark, but there's no real evidence behind these claims. But let's go over some of the mysteries of Dylan Ryde and what Proxem has to say about them.
Yeah, Restara, he was one of my closest friends at the time, and he actually made the profile picture I'm wearing now. And unfortunately, he was one of the people that I fell out with one day. I won't get too much into it, but
Yep,
yeah, I fell out with him, and then yeah, so we aren't talking anymore.
So, Rascara was the profile picture artist I found. I asked this because I found everyone else linked to the channel, but not Rascara, so it is cool that I actually did find them.
Minx. So this is a funny story, because obviously it was before Matchbox blew up and everyone like sort of knew about it. It was just between me and my friends at the time. And obviously during the time I had to keep my identity secret because I wanted to be like, oh, who's Matchbox? Like I didn't want anyone to know it was me. And everyone was starting to quick fire on me. So I was like, oh, I just took another one of my friend's Minx and I just saw him threw him under the bus. And I just said, yeah, it's Minx, not me. It's Minx. And yeah, Minx changed his username and all that. So I think my friend Meow put a comment in your Matchbox video, and he put a link, I think, to Minx's video with all of us. So that's Minx.
Yeah. Oh wait,
yeah.
I actually didn't watch the video. Did that have all of you in it?
I think so, yeah. I haven't fully watched the video either. I know it's got Derp in it. It might have me in it. Can't remember, but yeah. No, for a fact it's got.
Wow, okay.
Oh, you don't know Derp? Never mind. You don't know Derp. Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I better watch that
Thank
then,
you.
because that would have made things very interesting before then. If I'm totally honest, I was still a little bit confused on why the link didn't work, but then one of you guys DM'd me to explain that the Spectra actually says _minx__.1. I did notice the dot before, but I removed it since Minecraft names don't have full stops or commas. But this user explained that the .1 was supposed to be the first player on the list of names. I personally don't think I was ever going to get that since there was only one name anyway. But this is in fact the minx who commented on my video as shown before, and also has a link to Riscara as shown by this viewer here. Just want to give a thumbs up to this guy. I cannot see your name, so I cannot give you the proper shout out you deserve, but thank you so much. This was something I completely missed.
In the map we had for our little Matchbox game, we had a little computer desk that had everyone's names on it, and Dylan Ryde was put at the bottom as off the grid. So he was like, at the end, Dylan Ryde was meant to sort of come in and just sort of end the game, but that's really it.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like we were going to miss Dylan stopping the games for a different season 2 until the actors obviously pulled out.
About Skipper, I might as well explain Skipper here. Skipper was a late arrival because I noticed that for the actual Matchbox game, we had an uneven amount of players compared to season 1. So I was like, oh crap, we've got to get one more. And Skipper was like, so obviously everyone in our little SMP knew about Matchbox. There's only a few select people who actually were in Matchbox. And Skipper was like begging whoever was Matchbox in the SMP. They just kept going, whoever's Matchbox, please let me in. So I was like, yeah, fine. We'll just let Skipper in, I guess. So yeah, Skipper was a late arrival. Yeah.
Well, that's just funny. With my video.
Yes, yeah. I watched it in voice call with the people I still talk to from Matchbox, and pretty much, yeah, you pretty much got it all. I can't really think off the top of my head the stuff that you got wrong. We didn't know about season 2 at the time at all, because obviously it wasn't like we weren't in the loop about that. We don't know Wi-Fi's. So I remember when we watched your video and you said the stuff about the chase scene, we were all screaming. We were like, "Oh my god, it matches up perfectly!" And we didn't even realize. I haven't watched season 2, so I didn't know. So I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, that's perfect." I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And also, like, you did not know about the player that was returning to the Matchbox of, like, Knife.
Yeah. So I will say that Dylan is not Knife. I will say that.
Oh,
Dylan
okay.
was meant to be Mustard,
Okay.
which I don't know if you got that wrong. And you said about in the video about the text, the way they talk, and it's insane you caught up on that, because I mentioned to my old friends who I had acting Percy in, I forgot what video it was, but we were in the desert temple and all that, and I gave him like the list. I said, okay, talk like this in chat, like Glove, because he was meant Percy's glove. So I said, talk like Glove, and I'll try and talk like Mustard a bit. I don't know if I got it right there.
Dylan Ryde was supposed to be Mustard? Hang on. Let me check. Gah! You have got to be kidding me. Firstly, they didn't check season 2, so they had no idea that Knife had returned. Without this fact, Dylan Ryde actually predicted Mustard was joining for season 2, which actually makes more sense since Knife doesn't write contractions with apostrophes, whereas Mustard and Dylan do. That was the only way to distinguish between the two. I didn't even think to check the other players because I was so convinced that it was Knife since he was the one that returned in season 2.
So in order to say this, I'm probably going to have to explain the in-between. The in-between is limbo. That's why I put the limbo definition in the chat. So that's basically when you die in the game, that's where you go. And that's the reason that obviously everyone else was there and Oak had just arrived. So in that POV of the in-between, you're seeing Oak. And obviously Venus and Mustard on there because obviously they got out. They survived. And this was shocking. I don't know if it was before or after season 2, but I didn't know that Knife was going to return. So I just completely guessed that when the sign comes up, it's like, "Hey, where's Knife?" I didn't know that Knife was going to return in season 2, but it also matched up perfectly. And it's yeah, but Percy getting trapped is basically just him dying. It's That's the whole point.
So basically, limbo was supposed to be where you would go when you got targeted by the spark or when you got voted off. You would then get trapped there. This makes some of the dialogue of Dylan Ryde make more sense now. Mustard and Glove were teammates. Glove got marked by Venus. Venus and Mustard were the final two alive in Season 1. This makes Dylan Ryde, who is supposed to be Mustard, have a good reason to be mad at Venus since he said she did this to Percy. Also, can we just talk about some of the chances that the video had? Of course, the final chase scene was completely unintentional, but also the prediction of a player being in the second season and Knife being a missing player from Limbo. Proxim, if you really didn't watch Season 2 at the time, then you're absolutely crazy.
Yeah. About the Google form as well, I said this in VC with everyone else. Because you said about the Google form, and I visibly went, oh yeah, the Google form. I completely forgot I did that. I completely forgot.
Oh, man.
So I haven't looked at that in like months.
How many responses
yeah.
did you get on that form?
I don't remember. Let me have a look now. I think it was 135 responses.
Oh my goodness.
So that's insane. Yeah. I really should have looked at it. Yeah, we saw your one. We when we heard you did it, it was like, oh, we'll look for his.
No wonder I never got a response 3 months ago. It was forgotten about. So, unfortunately, the Dylan Ryde ARG is not linked to the Matchbox series, but it was pretty fun to solve the mysteries and funny to realize some of the misconceptions I had due to the second season not actually being watched. Proxim, you got to watch it, man. It's not as good as the first season in my opinion, but it is still a good watch. Either way, I just wanted to give a quick update because it would have been weird to post this video 3 months later after uni. I also want to reiterate, do not send hate comments to these people, and also please do not pry into their private life. It was a fun thing they were trying to do for each other. Now, I am actually going to focus on my studies, but now I no longer have a channel to look at. If there is an ARG channel you think would be interesting to get a cover on, then please comment down below. I'm asking this because I want to see what ARGs you are most interested in. If you find someone else has suggested the ARG you are thinking of, then like their comment. But as always, thanks for watching.